that thick plume of smoke that you're seeing there, that's rising from the Meze military airbase. This was a regime strategic military site here in Damascus, and over the past couple of days, it was among the targets that have been hit by the Israeli military. They've carried out hundreds of airstrikes on different Syrian regime military sites, installations, weapons depots, and others. Now, as we were approaching it, we heard a couple of blasts. It's unclear if those were fresh airstrikes or if this was some sort of secondary explosions that were triggered by those past strikes. We're in Daraya. This is a Damascus suburb, one of the hardest hit areas in Syria by the war. It all started here as a peaceful uprising. In 2011, people took to the streets in peaceful protests. They were met with violent repression. That turned into an armed rebellion and that civil war. The regime used some of its most horrific tactics in Daraya. It was besieging, bombing, and starving the civilian population and the people of Daraya into surrender. And you see the scale of destruction here, and it's just so hard to imagine what people went through. And speaking to residents of Daraya, people who had to leave their homes years ago, they say that most of the destruction we're seeing was caused by barrel bombs. This was used a lot by the regime in different areas. These are crude, unguided munitions where they pack explosives into barrels and just drop them from the skies. And you can see what this has caused. And you can think back and imagine that there were civilians, that there were women and children here. And speaking to people, they say that their sacrifice, all that they went through, is worth it. Because they say now they finally have the chance at handing over a different, a new and a free Syria, they say, to their children. But they say that this is up to the rebel groups and the different opposition groups right now to ensure that that is what happens. Jumana Karache, CNN, in Daraya, Syria.